Let's get the Kraken out here. The Las Vegas Raiders. Hey, we just talked about the Raiders going up against Pittsburgh here. Another one of those. We'll see what happens because, Dave, as well, we'll get to you in a second. These lines are going to move based on what happens tonight. Kyle, your initial thoughts on this game between Carr and Roethlisberger. I loved what I saw of the Pittsburgh defense, but I didn't love what I saw out of their offense.
Yeah, the Steelers stink. No, I'm totally kidding, Dave. I'm giving you a hard time here.
No, he's not kidding.
Look, we'll have to see. I mean, I was surprised, pleasantly surprised. I did have the under in that game, so that made me happy. But hey, that was a hell of a comeback by Pittsburgh. You got to give it to them. They're getting a lot of heat. A lot of people have been down on them. The offensive line, how's that going to look? They found a way to come back and beat a lot of people's AFC, darling. So I thought it was an impressive win for Pittsburgh. I think they're riding the high here. I'll make this quick. I'm not back. It's going to be very hard for me to back Derek Carr in any situation. I'm not a big Derek Carr guy either. Right now, with it being under a touchdown, I do think the Steelers win by a touchdown. That defense is going to be really, really tough. But again, a lot of questions will be answered about this game by how Las Vegas does tonight against the, similarly tough Baltimore defense.
Yeah, Dave, looking at this game, this has one of those feels where we see the 6s and the 6.5 as the opening number in this one. If the Vegas Raiders win outright with Baltimore, that's probably going to even creep down a little bit lower. But if they stink tonight, get beat by 2 touchdowns, no surprise to me, at least, Dave, does this number get to at least 7?
This number is the number for the Raiders to win or cover the spread. If they don't, this number 7 when we wake up in the morning, it might be 7 before the game's even over. You got to put the number on defense if the dog wins. This was always one of my favorite exercises in doing the numbers for the teams that haven't played this week yet. You got to take a position as to what is going to happen. The market is betting the Raiders down. So this number has to be under a touchdown, and nothing changes. So we'll see how it goes. I'm telling you right now, the Steelers have for years played at the level of their competition. If the Raiders lose, they probably won't cover. It's going to go up, and it'll be one of those games, just an offensive game. The Raiders, they'll play one of those stupid games, and it'll go over.
All right, 415 people watching live in the chat box. Says KW takes the microphone right now here and talks a little Pittsburgh and the Vegas Raiders.
It feels like the kind of game, right, Dave, that Tomlin has to make sure his team doesn't watch. Because if they watch the Raiders get blown out, then the Raiders are absolutely leading in the fourth quarter of the football game just for no reason. But the total, again, is 1 point lower, but it's the Steelers being substituted for the Ravens. That's interesting.
Right.
Because that Steelers offense still stinks. I have no idea how they won that game, but that's what they did for 10, 11 weeks last season, and then they got exposed. That 49.5, what am I missing? Is the Raiders defense just automatically going to give you a total of 49.5, 50.5? That's the thing that jumps out right away to me, Donnie.